こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、リバプールの遠藤航に関する動画です。リバプールはプレミアリーグ第34節のトッテナムホットスパーズ戦で5対1と大勝し、ついにプレミアリーグ優勝を決めました。遠藤航は76分からフィニッシャーとして右サイドバックで途中出場し、いつも通りの強固な守備を何度も見せて、この試合の勝利とプレミアリーグ制覇を決定づけました。今回はいつものアンフィールドアジェンダから優勝を決めたこの試合の全選手のプレーヤーレーティングをお届けします。ダーウィン・ヌニス以外は手放しに称賛し、みんな高得点をつけ、いつもとはまた少し違う動画かもしれませんが、優勝を喜ぶクレイグもお楽しみください。それではチェックしてみましょ
う。What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings video here on Anfield Agenda after the Reds have been crowned Premier League champions. League title number 20. Arne Slot becomes the first Dutch coach to become a Premier League winner, and Virgil van Dijk the first Dutch captain that's going to lift that Premier League trophy. So I'm going to go through the players, the manager and the substitutes, giving them all a score out of 10. Some of you guys have played along already in our match reaction. You submitted your player ratings. As always, they're going to be in the upper right hand corner of the image with my rating, the bigger square in the centre. Right, loads to get through. And rather than start off today with the referee, we thought we'd just start off with a vibes rating instead, because who cares what the referee did today? But the vibes, well, they were 10 all around. So vibes, 10. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with that one. Next up, Alisson Becker. And look, it got me very emotional seeing the great man in tears on his knees celebrating after that Premier League title. You can see what it meant to him and the others. Alisson has been nothing but a hero at this football club. Today, yes, he may have conceded a goal, but on the day that's in it, he's still getting a big, beautiful 9 from me and an 8.6 from the Anfield Agenda audience. Look, if you're looking for some in-depth analysis and player scores today, I'm not going to be the guy for you. I'm going to be the guy with a big smug grin on his face, giving out high scores to most of the players, and I think you'll forgive me for that one. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What score to give Trent? Well, look, I think he put in a good shift out there today. You can see him celebrating in front of the cop. So score-wise, well, this is what I've gone for. A question mark. Because if Trent doesn't want to tell us what's going on with his future, well, I'm not going to tell him what score he's getting. The Anfield Agenda audience, on the other hand, they've gone for an 8.3, but I'm going to be respectful of the situation. You get me, Trent? You're staying, blow, aren't you? Go on, you're staying. Tell us, go on. Next up, Ibrahima Kanade. Again, I'm going to ask what is going on with our marking from corners, lads. The first set piece we give away today, and straight away there, Spurs score from it, and we're all thinking, uh-oh. Now look, that wasn't just down to the centre-backs, but the marking in general was shocking. That aside, though, Ibu and Verge stepped up and have been a huge part of our consistency and our title-winning season. So, going to give Ibu a score of 8, and the Anfield Agenda audience, feeling very generous, of course, as well, have gone for an 8.6. Now, Ibu, big man, if you signed a new deal, I can probably negotiate you up to a 9 in the player ratings, but I'll leave it with you. Next, our captain, our centre-half, you know the rest. Virgil van Dijk. I'm looking forward to seeing him lifting that Premier League title above his head. It was great seeing him wearing the Champions 24-25 shirt today. And he has been the stalwart in that defence, the leader of a group of leaders. And for Virgil today, of course, he gets a high score. A perfect 10 for me because he is a perfect specimen. And again, the captain of the football club. Delighted for him, delighted for his new deal, and very grateful he'll be at the club for another 2 years. The audience, they've gone for an 8.9. Miserable gits. Because they were probably taking it seriously. Imagine. Next up, though, Andy Robertson. I thought he played really well today, actually, Robbo, and was up for the fight. You could see what it meant to him as well to celebrate at the end. And whatever happens with his future, and look, I really don't know what a servant to this football club he has been. And more than that, an incredibly likeable human being. So Robbo getting an 8.5 from me and an 8.5 from the audience as well. So there you go. Andy Robertson, 8.5s all round. We'll move on now to Ryan Gravenberch, who has probably been one of the players in the Premier League this season all around. Just phenomenal. The absolute personification of top-notch performances, consistency week after week, stayed fit the entire season. And I thought today, again, he was the glue in that midfield that kept it all together and kept us pressing forward. Score today for me, for Ryan, is a 9 and an 8.9 from the viewers. Moving on next to my favourite human being on the planet right now, Alexis McAllister. What a strike for his goal. He has been just like a little Rottweiler in the middle of the pitch. He carried the fight, the Spurs again today, never gave up, never let his head drop. He's just such a brilliant player. He must be a joy to have in the dressing room. His goal will live with me for a long time, and I'm sure with him as well. Phenomenal from Alexis. He was your Anfield Agenda man of the match, and rightly so. And of course, he gets a score of 10. The audience, a 9.7. Very close to perfection there for Alexis as well. Moving on now to Dominic Szoboszlai. Got himself an assist today and thought he put in a really good performance. He can be very happy with his season, in my opinion. Great to have him at the club. Great to see what he brings to us next season as well. We asked for more goals and assists. Today he showed up with another one, and I'm giving him a score of 9, with the Anfield Agenda audience giving Dom a score of 9.3. Next up, Mr. Cody Gakpo. Beautiful day for him as well. Scored a goal, gave us the salute, showed a special message as well when he lifted off his shirt. And I'm just happy for him, because Cody seems like one of life's good guys. He's a great footballer, and he came to the club with high ambitions and high hopes. He's starting to succeed and live the dream, which is winning that Premier League title. So thank you, Cody, for everything this season so far, and of course for your goal today. Cody Gakpo gets a 9.5 from me and a 9.1 from the audience. Next up, the great man. Without a Molazzo, it just wouldn't have felt right today, and it was fitting that he scored it second half in front of the Kop end. And what he did afterwards, well, it's just going to be the stuff of legends. To have the self-awareness, to not just celebrate there, but to take a selfie, a couple of selfies actually, a great moment, a great memento for whoever it was that lucky phone belonged to. Then after the game as well, taking photos with all of the ball boys and everyone. It just had to happen today for Mo, and it did. A fantastic goal for him as well. So, of course, Mohamed Salah is getting a 10. Again, thank you, Mo, for believing in our club, for making us believe, for everything that you've done, and for what you're about to do for the next couple of years as well. Absolute icon of world football, and he's a red. And you can see how proud he is to be. 10 from me for Mohamed Salah, 9.2 from the audience. Next up, Luis Diaz. Incredible performance yet again. Right man, right place for the first goal. Got us back on an even footing, and as always, just never gave up throughout the game. He's a very easy man to like. Plays football with a smile on his face. Today, he's getting a 9 from me and a 9.1 from the Anfield Agenda audience. Moving on now to Curtis Jones, and it was great to see him get some time on the pitch towards the end. I'm sure it would have been extra special for the likes of himself and Trent out there today. Scousers born and bred, getting to celebrate in front of the city, in front of their home fans. Delighted for Curtis. Hard to give him a score other than the high 8 that we're going to give him for his performance right throughout the season. I think he's been really good. So Curtis, well done and congratulations to you. An 8.2 from the audience. Next up, Diogo Jota. Again, it's been a mixed bag for Diogo, and look, we don't know what his future holds, but he has been a key component of the success we've had in recent years. Maybe hasn't finished the season as well as you would have wanted to, but always puts in maximum effort, always tries to do what's best for him and for the club. So for that, we give him a score of 7.5, and the audience gone for 7.8. But either way, I don't know what happens with his future, but he has been a big part of our success, whether it be from the bench or starting. Again, thank you, Diogo. Another hero, another legend, the man, the myth, the Endo. Comes on to see out the game, just to confirm, underline and put the exclamation point on the Premier League win. I'm so happy he's still around. I hope he's still around next season. He's just an easy man to love, isn't he, Endo? So I'm going to give Endo an 8, and the audience have gone for a score of 8.2. Moving on now to Harvey Elliott, and like many others we've spoken about, I don't know what the season has in mind for Harvey. Next season, I should say. But again, Richarlison trying to be a snidey little git, and Elliott just basically stood there and laughed in his face because Harvey was about to become a Premier League title winner. Meanwhile, Richarlison, well, he's still shown that he's bitter through and through. Whatever happens with young Harvey, he's always lived the dream, played for his childhood club, won the league with his childhood club, and we'll always remember that. I hope he's here next season myself, but love him to bits. Giving him a score today of 8, and the audience have gone for an 8.1. Darwin Núñez. The score that I've given today for Darwin is 1 point for every one of his stupid social media posts this season. Came on and reminded us why he won't be here next season again. I don't really have much love left in the tank because he tried to make yesterday and the day that was coming today all about him. So for that, he's getting a 3 from me, which is 1 point for every one of his stupid social media posts. And he gets a Premier League winner's medal, and he should be very grateful for it, because if I was the manager, he wouldn't have been on that pitch today. Chiesa would. But that aside, thank you, and a 7 from the audience. And last, but by no means least, Arne Slot. Who would have thought when he came through the doors and took over from Jurgen Klopp that we would be sitting here, not even the start of May, talking about the fact that we've already been crowned Premier League champions. He'd been honest in an interview and said he knew a while ago we were going to win it. But for giving us all that belief and the season, Arne, thank you. We hope this is the first of many. We hope this is the start of an era of dominance. But either way, to come in, to carry on the great work from Jurgen, to embrace the city and its fans as he has, and to just go about his business in a quiet, professional manner with a great attitude, thank you. Thank you for delivering the league title. I hope you celebrate it as much as the fans you've given that joy to are. And for Arne Slot, of course, he gets a 10. Because why wouldn't he? We've won the league. That is the player ratings. I'm probably the weirdest one you're ever going to see here on the channel, in all honesty. But we'll be back at 9 o'clock to celebrate. Hope you can join us for it. Until then, the Reds are champions. 20th time. The best in England. Much love.
次は解説です。今日は特に1箇所について自信がなかったところですが、サラーのゴールがなければ何かが欠けていたように感じたと訳しているところ。字幕ではもうサラーのゴラッソをもじったモラッソと表示していましたが、実際はよくわからなかったので、わかる方は教えてください。今日の解説パートには特に補足もありませんので、早速本日の解説をチェックしましょ
う。And he has been the stalwart in that defense.
スタルオートはたくましくて頼れる、忠実に支えてくれるという意味を持つ単語です。人だけでなく態度や行動に対しても使われ、信念を持って支え続ける様子を表現でき、例えば揺るがないサポーターというような場面でも使われます。サッカー、政治、ビジネスなどどんな分野でも忠実な仲間を表すときに非常に便利な単語です。感情的な絆や責任感を強調したいときにぴったりな表現です。
And he has been the stalwart in that defense. And he has been the stalwart in that defense because he is a perfect specimen.
スペシメンとは標本やサンプルという意味で、理科の授業で出てくるような観察するための見本を指します。例えば血液検査ではブラッドスペシメンで血液標本という風に使います。日常会話では素晴らしい人や理想的な存在という意味でもよく使われます。文脈によってはちょっと冗談っぽく褒めるときにも使われ、自然な英語を学びたい方はこの2つの使い方を覚えておくと良いでしょ
う。Because he is a perfect specimen. Because he is a perfect specimen. Got us back on an even footing.
バックオンアンイーブンフッティングは互角な状態に戻るや対等な立場に戻るという意味の表現です。サッカーやスポーツの文脈ではリードされていた試合で追いついた時によく使われます。ビジネスでは交渉や競争の場面で一方的だったバランスが均等になった時にも使います。フッティングは足場や立場という意味なので、イーブンフッティングで同じ高さや同じ条件をイメージすると覚えやすいでしょ
う。Got us back on an even footing. Got us back on an even footing. Scousers born and bred, getting to celebrate in front of the city.
Born and bredは生まれも育ちもという意味の決まり文句で、特定の場所や文化、価値観に深く根付いていることを表現します。単に住んでいただけではなく、その土地の人間としての誇りや一体感を強調したいときに使われ、都市名や国名の地名だけでなく、職業、価値観などにも応用できます。日常会話や自己紹介で使うと、ぐっと自然な英語らしさが出るでしょ
う。Scousers born and bred, getting to celebrate in front of the city, and Scousers born and bred, getting to celebrate in front of the city, and but again, Richarlison trying to be a snidey little git.
スナイディは嫌味な、影で嫌なことをするという意味のイギリス英語特有の表現です。相手を正面から攻撃するのではなく、チクチク皮肉を言ったり、 陰でこっそり馬鹿にするような態度を指し、日常会話では、人の態度や発言が陰険だと感じた時によく使われます。直接的ではない分、余計に嫌な感じがする。そんなニュアンスを伝えるのにぴったりの表現です。アメリカでは代わりに、スナイドをそのまま使うか、サーカスティックやナスティなど別の表現が使われます。リトルギットは、イギリス英語でよく使われる軽い悪口表現です。この動画の別の箇所で、ミゼラブルジッツという表現も使われていましたが、ギットは嫌なやつや役立たずという意味があり、そこにリトルがつくことで小物感や生意気さを強調しています。本気で怒っているわけではなく、友達同士の冗談や軽い皮肉を込めて使うことが多いです。イギリスの映画やサッカー実況、日常会話でかなり頻繁に耳にするフレーズです。
But again, Richarlison trying to be a snidey little git. But again, Richarlison trying to be a snidey little git. But again, Richarlison trying to be a snidey little git. He's still shown that he's bitter through and through.
スルー&スルーは徹底的に心の底からという意味のイディオムです。何かの性質が表面的なものではなく、中身まで完全にそうだということを強調します。例えば、彼はどこから見ても生粋のイギリス人だというような時に使われ、性格、出身地、態度、状況など、いろんな対象に使えます。シンプルですが、感情やアイデンティティを強く表現できる、とてもネイティブっぽいフレーズです。
He's still shown that he's bitter through and through. He's still shown that he's bitter through and through.
いかがでしたか？遠藤航が優勝した試合に出場できたことは嬉しかったですし、試合後のセレブレーションでも喜んでいる遠藤航が見れて、本当に感無量でした。ただただずっと見ていたいと思うほどで、リバプールにいれば、あと数回、こういうものが見れる可能性が高いと感じると、やっぱりリバプールにもう少しいてほしいなという気が大きくなってしまいました。何より遠藤自身がそう思っているんじゃないかなと思うくらい、本当に嬉しそうに祝い、このためにリバプールに来たんだと、実感しているようにも思えるものでした。来シーズンもここにいてほしいとも思いますが、少なくとも今シーズンの残りの試合の遠藤の姿を楽しみたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。